Well, a week ago, we were all into Jermaine Kearse's touchdown. It was really all about the play. Jermaine really executing well in the red zone. We'll get back to basics today. We'll get back to players, formations, plays, because this play that really sealed this game, the final dagger for Russell Wilson into that Minnesota defense, was all about player, formation, and then ultimately the play and the throw that Russ made to Doug. You start out by players. 2nd and 1 at the 47. This was right after Russell Wilson booked down the sidelines for what was a 52-yard touchdown run. Unfortunately, Luke got called for the holding. So it comes back right after very next play. Players, get Russell and get Doug Baldwin involved. This guy's playing at a level that, well, no one else in the NFL is, and he hasn't for the last 4 years. His rating, his efficiency, his decision-making over the last 3 weeks, second to none. Doug Baldwin's put up pretty historic numbers, not just for himself, but again, in the annals of history with this franchise, what he's doing right now is almost second to none. So get these two guys going. Those are your players. Formations, and I love this formation. You're going to spread it out and get into empty, but you're not just going to get into an empty set and let the defense dictate. Instead, you're going to get into a formation to get that front declared, and then you're going to go a little short motion. And what does that little short motion do when you're in empty? Well, it forces the hand of that defense to declare even further. And you know what they do? Well, they give you a tell. That strong safety is going to immediately walk up right in the face of Luke Wilson. Alarm bell is going off in number 3's head because you know what? This now looks like man in a pressure situation. These linebackers are trying to, screw around and give a different look. But once that safety declares, once that face mask looks at Luke Wilson, number 3 knows, I've got a real shot here. I got a real shot against blitz, and I'm not just going to throw a little flat route. I'm going to change this protection, and I'm going to keep my vertical game on. Player, he realizes that he's got a safety. Formation, you get into empty, you run that short motion, and what does Russell do? Well, he changes the formation. He's going to bring Luke Wilson on the line of scrimmage. Instead of a 5-man protection, he's now able to get to a 6-man protection. He's able to slide and really pick up any pressure that Minnesota wants to throw at him. And again, he's going to keep that vertical game on. Everybody is running vertical, and now I get Doug Baldwin in the middle of the field and on Antoine Exum. Advantage, Seattle Seahawks. So they run the 6-man protection. They pick everybody up. In fact, J.R. Sweezy steps down a little bit on the tackle, allows the linebacker to get his edge. He should have been picked up. This check and this protection should have given Russell a completely clean pocket. It didn't. J.R. gets beat. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. The way that he's cooking right now, how locked in Russell Wilson is, how much of the entire field he's seeing, and he knows Doug Baldwin on this safety, well, that is game over. And Doug does what he does best. Makes a move, never slows down. Russell could not have handed it to Doug Baldwin any better 40 yards down the field. It's the decision making, it's the timing, it's diagnosing this pressure in this blitz and getting to his blitz beater. And you know what? It's putting the final dagger in a Minnesota defense that had no chance against Seattle and Russell Wilson on this day.